What's up, guys? It's Monaco here. We're streaming. It's multiplayer. It's Hashmal. It's hard as fuck. But who cares? We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try and do it up. Going with kind of a strange comp here. We're going with a double dancer comp with 4 walls. It's not something that I necessarily like or agree with, but if it works, it works. So we're gonna try this out, have some fun, see what we can do. I'm on defender. I'm bringing all the debuffs basically with a taunt, trying to pick up as much of the damage as I possibly can while these guys try to do their job. Had a little bit of a rough go last run. This is the second run that we've done as a group. First run was a little bit of a rough go because the dancers didn't get haste up fast enough. Guys, I can't stress enough, haste is a must-have. Like, you gotta have that within the first 2 or 3 turns. If you don't have it within the first 2 or 3 turns, your whole fight is gonna be messed up. I always like to go last on a defender if possible, so that way these guys can do their drives and I can help generate orbs for them. The guy this is one thing that I've noticed in 3 stars. A lot of people are trying to plan their turns, and I applaud them for that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at the same time, like, if you take too long, then something's gonna go wrong. So definitely plan your turns and take some time thinking about it, but don't take too long, guys. So curse plus resistances really helps mitigate a lot of this damage. Nobody has anything. I gotta try and generate at least a couple of orbs for these guys, because looks like they're trying to break Guardian B right now. There we go. We got some haste action going for at least a couple of turns. Although, I gotta be totally honest with you, I'm not a fan of A&T for this. A&T just doesn't have enough uptime to be useful, and the orb cost is a little bit too heavy for A&T to be good for 3-star fights. At least right now. Now, later on when 5 stars come out and you can boost your A&T and stuff with other various things, then it might possibly find some use. I probably need to drive here soon, but we'll get everything going here in just a few. As long as I'm the one soaking up the hits, I'm fine with it. I gotta drive here. This is kind of a slow party comp, I guess. A lot of people, I mean, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. I think it's just a little bit too slow for what we're doing. And this Guardian B needs to go, like, it needs to die as soon as possible. Oh, so you're gonna have a lot of problems. I think I still have one turn on my curse, so I'm gonna do a couple of autos and then drive. I think they're gonna try and kill Guardian B right here. I still got a couple of turns. I need to go ahead and get my Earth Orbs back as soon as possible so I can reapply Curse. It's pretty important for the ultimate. You pretty much have to have Curse up if you want to live. It's pretty essential. Monkey Man and me killed him yesterday on stream. We had Phoenix down 4. You guys had a bunch of Phoenix downs and you killed them? Yeah, I'm trying to get it done without having to use Phoenix downs. For the most part, I've been farming them most of the day already, and I was able to not use very many Phoenix downs. Of course, I'm out right now. Most of that had to do with yesterday. I only had like 8 or 9 anyways. And yesterday I used a lot of them when we were still learning how to do all of this. So I'm going to go D-barrier, taunt the boss. An IV. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, using them like they were an IV? I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck you're saying. I'm sorry, man. But anyways, once you learn the mechanics of the fight and stuff, it's not. I don't want to say it's easy because it's definitely not easy. But it's not near as hard as it initially was. That's for sure. There was definitely a shock of, oh my gosh, this guy's hitting us like a truck. Now that we know he hits really hard and you can kind of plan and prepare for it, it's not so bad. Oh, intravenous Phoenix down. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm sorry you guys were having a rough go at it. I feel pretty confident in my ability to do this fight now. I've got one of every role at a high level. My knight is not quite 8 stars yet, but he will be pretty soon. At the same time, like, you gotta plan ahead. That's kind of what I've been stressing on my channel. Like, just stay ahead of the game, you know? It doesn't have to be like 500 steps ahead. But you definitely want to be at least a little ahead. I think the dancers are going to try and alt break right here. I was trying to let him drive or do something. I don't know. Maybe he was like low on orbs and he wanted a rainbow orb or something. I don't know. This is definitely a break, anyways. Why would you get Dragoon to 8 stars? There's almost no reason to do that. I'm thinking about doing Samurai, but it's just for fun. It's not a serious thing. Hashmal, yeah. I might have misspelled it on my stream. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like my 8th language. I'm just kidding. I'm not that smart. I wish I was. That'd be fun. All right. So that works, I guess. That's one way to do it. Let's do it again. These guys seem to have some sort of specific composition in mind. They kind of cherry picked this comp, and I just kind of went along with them. Come on, guys. Guys, don't summon the Type 0 cards. Look, I hate telling people what to do. I really do. But, like, honestly, the Type 0 cards are totally not worth it. It's a gacha-based system that will drain all your resources, and you got like a week until Final Fantasy X, so just wait, man. What's going on here? Where are you? It's not that good. Like, if you chain your earth and you do it properly, especially on a black mage, black mage is but far and away the best damage dealer for this. They do ridiculous damage. Their high magic coupled with their auto abilities and everything else that they have going for them. are pretty insane. So you definitely want to be chaining Odin 4-star Sicarius. Since the 4-star Sicarius cards are out now, their damage is competitive with LC with VNF. I don't think it's worth a shot for one card either. I mean, really, honestly, Machina and Rem is not that good either. Like, it might be useful, maybe, possibly, for next tower, and that's a huge maybe. Don't worry, guys. We'll get another good event here soon. I'm not too worried about it. The Final Fantasy VII event is going to be the next big one. Save a lot of resources for that one because it's a monster event. There's a lot of cards that come out with Final Fantasy VII, and it's just overall an amazing pull. Feels bad, man. I need to do auto attacks, but I gotta drive too, because if I don't drive Earth Orbs, we're gonna get wrecked. Well, I'm gonna get wrecked. But at least we have haste now, so hopefully we can get this guy down within the next couple of turns. If they, yeah, I must be missing something. We used to have Artemis in the group, and then I was like, well, if we have Artemis, then why are you guys even bothering with 4-wall? I didn't play the Japanese version from the beginning. I just got into it, like, I don't know, a couple months back, and I only played it just to kind of mess around and see what was going on and kind of play around with all the different things. That were involved with the Japanese server. I wanted to try and get ahead of the content and see the all the exploration regions, the different chapters and things. See what the game was about. It's a very complex game later on, especially when you start adding in all the ability modifications and all the card modifications that you can do. It gets pretty in depth. Come on, guys. I'm not gonna be able to drive orbs. I gotta generate some orbs for the Black Mage, man. No bueno. Otherwise, our next turn's gonna suck. And this turn sucks, really, honestly. What are they doing? Finally got him broke. Holy crap. Curse wore off. That's not good. Yeah, the Final Fantasy record keeper cards were pretty important. Turns out, Taunt is pretty damn good. Vanilla Fang, obviously. Jack Shot's pretty solid. There's a lot of good cards in that batch. Tyro may or may not be useful going on into the future. Yeah, I was almost only gonna get pack 2, and then I went ahead and said screw it and got pack 1. I'm happy that I did. Come on, guys, get rid of this Guardian Bee. Can't have a hasted, berserked boss on us. I can't drive Earth here because if I do, we're gonna be in trouble. Come on, you gotta lock in faster, man. So Curse is coming off next turn. That's why I didn't drive Earth there. I'm definitely gonna have to do it next turn though, because everybody's kind of running down on their orbs for resistances. I don't necessarily think that this party composition is any faster than just a regular one. I don't even think it's really that much more stable either, but these guys like it, so we'll run with it. That is a good question. See, the Paladin Viking, it's not Guru, it's Priest. Priest, Paladin, Viking. Priest, Paladin, Viking is a good... Oh, jeez. I don't even know, man. Like, it could be the hearsay batch. But the thing about it is, like, if they release the light and dark elements for us to use... it could be that they release the Priest, Paladin, Viking batch and then don't allow us to use the light and dark element versions of those jobs until we unlock chapter 4 or something like that. Because all 3 of those jobs have a different variation. Like in the menu, there's 2 different elements that you can choose from, and you can toggle them on and off depending on what it is, your setup is and stuff. Or what you want your setup to be, rather. And a lot of those include light and dark elements. So I'm not sure how they're going to work that exactly. I'm not going to drive my hard orbs here. I've kind of lost track of where these guys are at in terms of their orbs. I'm not really paying attention, to be totally honest with you. Alright, so he's still going to have Curse up when he goes to do his ultimate. That's good. We're at full health. Yeah, I need to drive some orbs here. I need to try. Anyways, I know it's 2 orbs, but that could get us above the range to where we'll take 50% less damage instead of or I think it's like 20 or 25. I can't remember exactly what 2 was. I know 1 is 10%. There we go. Good stuff. Put the barrier up on him this turn. Hit my ultimate. Drive some more earth. Yeah, let's do it like that. So this is going to be a break. Hopefully next turn it'll be a kill. This has gone on long enough. Anyways, I'm excited for the Hearsay batch, though. I think the Hearsay Mage is going to be very, very good. A lot of people are going to be very pleased about it. That's what these guys were doing. They're storing orbs or something. Oh, the dancers are probably using the orbs they got off their ult, but whatever. Yeah, that's kind of why you only really need one black mage. If you chain properly, you get debarrier up, and like it's really bad with debarrier comet. I basically 2-shot a boss using debarrier comet in one of my runs. It was pretty fun. The 4-star Sicarius cards are pretty sick. Let's see what you guys are talking about here real fast. Well, chat hasn't updated in a while. Oh, there it goes. Hashmal, any of you guys, not worth it compared to all the other. Nothing. Lex, bro. Any ideas? Help out, believe me. If there's any here in gardens. At the moment, definitely try Exploration 3. I saw a map earlier somewhere where it had good areas to farm different skill seeds and stuff. Check on the Final Fantasy Mobius Facebook page. There's like a fan page of Final Fantasy Mobius run by Team Elysium. And they have a map showing the different areas on Exploration 3 where you can go and get some good seed farming results. I'll probably do a video on it next, probably later on tonight, and get that released. It'll probably be a fairly short video. But in the meantime, if you guys want to go look that up, it's on the Final Fantasy Mobius fan page. On Facebook. It really is limited because these fights are so hard. I mean, there's only so much you can do to try and help somebody out. Eventually, they just got to learn it on their own, you know. So I'm trying to do the best I can to make sure you guys are as prepared as possible. That way you can at least be set up for success. I'm just happy that I'm finally able to get this on farm. Last night was a little rough. I apologize for last night's stream, by the way. I had to go in there and start talking to my guys because things were just not going exactly right. So once we were able to communicate as a group and kind of put our heads together and formulate a strategy, we were able to farm it fairly easily. It's kind of funny, like if you go from 3-star fights to 2-star fights, the 2-star fights are like a freaking breeze after this, man. Like I pretty much like fall asleep going to doing 2-star fights now. I still don't. I would wait and see on carbuncle augmentation. I really still am on the fence about it because it is a limited card, and once Hellgate comes out, I mean it's pretty much gonna be obsolete. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I don't think it's worth the 4-star augmentation because you don't really get anything out of it. The only thing you really get out of it is the ability to not be poisoned anymore. And the card is only it has a very limited scope. Now, Carbuncle is amazing for the current 3-star fights if you have 2 supporters, but there's just not enough room for it otherwise. So if I drive my orbs this turn, I should have orbs up by the time Curse comes off a cooldown. So we'll be good. Something you guys need to keep in mind about orbs is it does actually matter what order you drive them in. If you want to have your orbs back quickly, then drive the largest amount of orbs first. Like in that case right there, I could have like drove my fire and it would have pulled my bar to the left and then drove my earth. And shoot, I'm explaining this poorly. I'm gonna have to do a video demonstration about what the hell I'm talking about. Basically, like the way you manipulate your orbs matters. If you got 4 orbs and 8 orbs, and you drive the 8 orbs first, and then you drive the 4 orbs, it's going to go back towards center more. And then draw, or, yeah, draw the 4 orbs first, then draw the 8 orbs. Then you'd be down to 1 element, basically. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and kill my hard orbs. Taunt the boss. Drive that. I got hardly anything for attacks right now. I understand, but I'll help him out with some orb gen next turn, probably. Are they trying to... Oh, I think I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up a... They're trying to set up a Guardian and a boss kill. Well, boss break and a Guardian break in the same turn, probably. That's going to require both of the dancers to have their ultimates, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off. We need haste bad. I don't know what these guys are doing. I can't draw my Earth Orbs until next turn, because if I do that, then again I won't have Curse, so I'm kind of in a weird position. I might have just messed them up, but... These guys weren't going to be able to do what they wanted to. This isn't an accident. This is Fastgort, the Black Mage, requested this party composition. So we're trying to run it and see what's going on with it. I don't personally like it, but it works. So anything that works at this point is playable. It's really freaking slow. I'm okay for like new ideas and unorthodox things. As a matter of fact, not too long ago, I participated in a competition where we did 3 red mages and a defender, and we were able to get sub 2-minute runs and compete for a speed contest. So, I mean, I'm open for crazy ideas. It's got to work and it's got to be efficient. And I'm not completely sold on this yet. Yeah, it's pretty much just testing. One thing that I have noticed though is Assassin is nowhere near as squishy as people thought it was going to be. As long as you build properly. If you go pretty defensive with your Assassin will be fine. If you try to do some crazy stuff like do damage with single targets and bring all kinds of buffs and debuffs and stuff that you don't need to be bringing, then you're gonna have a hard time. These guys are going to break it within the next couple of turns, so I'm going to go ahead and put D-Barrier up now. Kind of clear out some of these orbs. And get them ready for the break. Because usually during the break, Knight doesn't want to go first. So I don't want to have to like jump the Black Mage just to get D-Barrier up. That's usually not a good idea. Which is also one of the reasons why I don't really like Comet on a Defender. It's just really awkward. Alright, so Dancer broke. This should be a kill. There's no way that shouldn't be a kill. Alright. Yeah, see, so 12-minute runs. I mean, that's okay, I guess. A standard composition would be a little bit faster, I think. What's up, Snowy? Lotus, that's kind of tough. It just depends on how your healers are loaded out. If your healers are loaded out properly and they're spreading out their buffs and stuff, then a 2 healer comp can be very, very, very good. The problem is everybody in the party needs to understand that it is a 2 healer comp. The only... Check this. Oh no, it's resist wind. Thought they had resist earth. Guess not. Okay. Well, I'm wrong. Never mind. Either way, dancers with heal drives are very stout. Alright, so this is one of the things that I hate about playing on a phone. If it links like that, and you try to click on the link to copy it, it'll send you, and it'll try and make a phone call, and I don't want to do that right now. So, I probably should check and see if they had any complaints or anything that they wanted me to adjust from that last run. I don't think so. I think I'm playing pretty sound. I waited for Motoko like 10 seconds. I don't know what these guys are doing. Alright, anyways, not really sure if they have any complaints or anything. The problem is if I switch over to Discord too long, on my phone, I get disconnected from the game, so I'll try not to do that too much if at all possible. hopefully you guys found the use. I make like super solid recommendations and start breaking down turns and telling people how they should behave in a 3-star fight as opposed to a 2-star fight. So I'm working on those things. Those are ideas that I have. I want to try and draw comparisons between 3-star and 2-star, show like major differences and all that stuff. I have to get a lot more experience. So a couple more days and I should have enough experience to where I can make that video. And I'll have that to you guys as soon as I can. One of the nice things that I like about the Mage Sicarius card that just came out was the fact that it got its weakness to the break bar. I think it's like weakness up or something like that. I don't know. Weakness damage up to the break bar, which is good because once you get that ability unlocked, it's going to be much easier to break bars. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the music too. Let me know if you need a change. This is one of my more favorite playlists at the moment. Come on, guys. You guys have any more questions or anything, man? Let me know. Let's see what we got going on here. I drove Earth, so we should be good. I need to drive Fire. Oh, somebody took a shot. Oh, we don't have enough damage to kill this Guardian, man. Are you kidding me? Here's something else. If you guys are playing dual supports and one of you guys brings A&T 4-star and the other one brings Ghetto Haste, don't cast Ghetto Haste on top A&T because it's just gonna cancel out. The A&T is a stronger buff because it has enhanced boons or something like that. I think is what it is. I need to switch to Guardian A. I messed that up. Oh snap, somebody's gonna die. This is where the boss really starts to pump out some damage. And thankfully I have a taunt to kind of cancel it out. Guess I can try and draw another hard orb, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I don't have curse. Crap. I'll have curse next turn more than likely. Ugh. This orb situation is horrible, man. I guess I go first. Oh, no, no, no. Come on, guys. How hard did he go at it? Oh, he didn't go that hard. That's good. I gotta curse the boss, or else we're in a lot of trouble. Save my D barrier for the boss. We don't really need it here. Okay, I guess I go ahead of him. Oh man. Please let curse be on there. When he goes to alt. Okay, I guess they're waiting on me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Because I don't know what's taking these guys so long. And that's where you get kind of screwed over, because then the barrier doesn't hit, it gets resisted, and there's no way I'm braking in 2 turns. Hopefully it'll be up by the time we go to brake. Tyro or Tyro or wall. Probably I'd say Tyro. Wall has a very, very limited use. Most of what wall is used for is for like two support setups where you don't need Tyro. Like Tyro is a little bit too heavy for you to bring, but Tyro generally is a better card simply because it has more usefulness overall in single player and in multiplayer. I need to drive here, but at the same time, alright, hopefully this is enough for a kill for these guys. These fights take forever. There we go. Alright, good stuff. That's that Black Mage DPS, man. That's pretty crazy how much damage they're doing right now. Alright, well, it looks like they don't want to try some craziness. I'm really not that excited about a 3 dancer comp anyways. Scholar to 8 panels. Initially I had thought that Scholar to 8 panels might be good. I still think it has some at 8 panels. It's tough, man, because it's such a niche job. But it does have a lot of hit points, and it is fairly good. I mean, I guess that the answer to that would be like, do you think that you need a job that it's good against water bosses? If you feel like you need a job that's good against water bosses, then go ahead. I don't know. Tough in my. So, I don't know, man. I guess it just depends on your cards and your card situation overall, as to whether or not you would want to level up Scholar. Like if you got a lot of good mage cards, then go ahead. Also, it depends on what your other jobs are. I mean, I don't know what your other jobs are. If that's your first job to 8 panel, that you'd have a hard time selling me on Scholar being the first job up to 8 panel for anybody. Come on, guys, get your haste up. These guys are supposed to be putting up haste first, but they're not doing it. And I've come to the point where I have got to drive. Six minutes behind live. Not that great. But that's pretty much with every stream you go to. There's definitely a delay. Usually the rule of thumb that I use is I'll type in a question and I'll wait about 4 or 5 minutes for them to respond, and if they don't respond, then I'll just give up on it or I'll type it again. I don't know. Just depends on how big of an itch you have to ask your question, I suppose. So, Defender with Heartful Egg is pretty good. What skills does that Black Mage have? So here's the setup for the Black Mage. It's got Gujin on. I'm pretty sure that's a 4-star Odin. He's got Wind Poo Poo and Earth Poo Poo. Pretty standard setup. That's the setup that I have on my Black Mage. So standard setups. As soon as the supports get enough defensive spells that are worth a damn, because let's face it, the options for support right now in terms of defensive buffs are pretty lackluster. They're pretty poor. And once they start getting defensive buffs that are actually worth a damn, then Black mages are going to be a lot more, attackers I should say, are going to be a little bit more flexible in what they can bring. They won't need a defensive poo-poo. They'll be able to bring an AoE spell, which is really what Black Mage should be doing, is bringing an AoE spell to this fight. D-barrier. I seriously don't like this composition. I mean, it's stable and that's good, but it just takes so long to do anything at all. It's crazy how long it takes. What are we, like 10 turns into this already? Honestly, I think like the best setup is just a straight up balanced setup. I don't think this is going to break either. If this breaks, I will be thoroughly shocked. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, it's time to drive. Gotta keep driving until I get an ultimate. That way I can hopefully generate some orbs for the Black Mage. Did the Black Mage die? And I not notice? How did he end up with 11 actions? Oh, the new icon, when you go into auto battle, it focuses on skills that do not have all of their abilities leveled first. So it'll check that first, and then it'll go and use the rest of your skills. You gotta be careful when you're using that. Make sure you do it when you're in farmable areas and easy areas that you know you can handle. because if you go into a hard area with that turned on, it's going to do some wacky stuff. Yeah, it's a great way to level up your force cards, by the way. I highly recommend if just equip all 4 of your force cards. Take a friend card like Vanilla Fang or something, or some damage card or something, and just go in and just freaking play, man, with your force cards equipped. It's a good way to unlock instant cast on Mobius Day for your force cards. Otherwise, it's extremely hard to do. Shit. I didn't think they were going to break this turn, or else I would have put D-Barrier up last turn, but whatever. No, this is an actual song. I don't know, it might be the ringtone for one of the Galaxy phones. It's a pretty popular dubstep song. Oh, the song before? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know where I got that song from. Alright, well, they're taking a break. So let's try and find another group to play with. Maybe I could show you a different job instead of Defender. I don't think I've showed off Dion, and all them people are friends of mine that I talk to on a regular basis. That's an old invite, though. So this is kind of what you do on Discord, guys, in case you didn't know. This is the Discord. There's all kinds of channels on this. There's a general channel for just whatever kind of... I'm sorry if you felt that way, man. I'm trying to kind of counteract some of the stupid out there, I guess, and provide good information. If I'm not, and you guys don't like some of the stuff that I'm putting out, then give me some good reasons why, and I'll have a sit down with myself and try and figure it out. 14 Phoenix Downs? Are you serious? That is a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I used quite a few on my first couple of runs, but not 14. That was ridiculous. I think if I ever went to use more than 2 or 3 Phoenix Downs in a fight, I just run. I just say screw it. I'm done. Cause you gotta think, man, those Phoenix Downs, it's like 200 magicite. It's like 100 magicite a piece, man. 24. That is 2,400 magicite, man. That's almost a job summon right there. That's ridiculous. Hey guys, I want to beat this 3-star fight, so instead of summoning in a job, that makes perfect fucking sense. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Get good, as some of these people on Discord would say. A lot of people are farming 2-star because 3-star is too hard for them. I don't like that mentality. I don't subscribe to it. I just recently like bought out a whole bunch of cards, and I'm already back up to a fair amount. Not. I mean, it's nothing. It's taken from Sicarius by 10%. Enhanced Earth 10 cards. Let's see. Screw it. Nah, I need to save my tickets. Ability tickets, in case you guys didn't know, are pretty important later on because a lot of the abilities that come later on are not farmable. So I just started stockpiling them from here. Start stockpiling them. So you get your 88 ability tickets, just sit on them. That's probably the best advice I can give you. One time, it's like one time I was able to beat him without using Phoenix Downs. But anyways, well, it doesn't look like there's any groups going on right now, guys. That was pretty much the end of that group. Do I play Japanese too? I had been trying to like duel the Japanese server and this server, but now that all of this new content's out and pretty much all of my stockpile and resources and stuff is gone, I have to farm it all back, and as a result, I'm not going to be playing the Japanese server for the foreseeable future. I might go back onto. I'll probably go back onto it once we get caught up in the content, just to kind of get ahead of the content and stay ahead of the curve for you guys, so that I give you guys the best information that I possibly can. But what was that other question? Hold on. Let me check out the chat real fast, see what's going on. Also, I'll go ahead and show you that Facebook post I was talking about for the farming, the skill seeds and stuff. Give me just a second, I'll get to that. Come on, update. The 2 healer set up the best. I don't think that the best, only one of the better ones. Crap. All right, well, let me start over then. All right, so this is my solo healer comp right here. it doesn't look a whole lot different than any of my other comps. The only difference is, like, I have Fat Choco. That's the major difference. And then in this comp, I replaced Fat Choco with Carbuncle for a 2-healer situation where the other guy has Fat Choco. And then this one is one where we don't need Curse. Everybody has defensive buffs, and everybody has pretty good survivability. So I go ahead and bring a Wind Poo Poo to help out my breaker. And then I have Carbuncle with Hermes and Moogle. That is an old comp, don't pay any attention to it. This is my Black Mage composition right here with Gujin, Earth and Wind Poo Poos, and Odin Sicarius. This is my breaker setup at the moment, or one of them. I have the Wind Taunt and the Earth Poo Poo for survivability purposes. I got Curse and for obvious reasons, and Artemis. And that's pretty much what I play on breaker. Let me go to Facebook real fast and show you guys this post I was talking about. So this is a Final Fantasy Mobius fan page. You can join this if you want to. Some of these guys on here are not the best players in the world, and they don't get the best information. But it is a good place to communicate with players who play Final Fantasy Mobius if you feel like it. A ton of players on here like pulling for the Final Fantasy Type 0 cards. Seriously, do not recommend doing that. Well, where is it, man? This is what I'm talking about, though. Most of these posts are garbage. Come on. Come on. Well, this is kind of disappointing. Maybe if I just go down the feed right here, I'll find it quicker. Well, daggone it, man. I can't find that post. I saw it earlier. I don't know what the heck happened. In case you guys didn't notice. Ah, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Let me take a screenshot of this. So apparently, according to this chart or whatever, these are the best areas to farm specific seeds. I'm assuming brown is earth, blue is water, red is fire, and obviously wind is green. So those are kind of the areas you should focus on, probably. Just to kind of give you guys an idea. There's probably better areas than this, even this, but this is what's recommended by a couple of different players. So I'll put up this screenshot somewhere. I'll figure out what I need to do to it to get it to you guys and stuff. I'm going to try one more time to find a group. If I can't find a group within the next 2 or 3 minutes, then I'm just going to say screw it. And I'll go ahead and call it a stream for right now. I've been streaming for a couple hours now. It's kind of funny. A couple weeks ago, everybody was like, oh, I don't need a defender. And now, look at this. The only people who... the only jobs people need are defenders. It's really funny. Alright, it doesn't look like there's any groups going. So, I'm just going to go ahead and call it because I don't want to pug 3-star. That's not smart at all. I don't recommend doing that. At least not right now. Maybe in a few days when people actually learn it and know what to do, then pugs will be possible. But for right now, definitely don't pug it. Anyways, guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. If you have any questions, drop me some comments, and I'll try and get around to them as I have time. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a great night. Love all you guys.